Stop motion was disgusting in the best way possible. Light spoilers ahead. Finally watched this movie last night after being incredibly intrigued by Mad God, but not being able to make it through the whole movie, and I really loved it. I found it to be quite scary, too. I haven't watched a lot of horror movies this year after burning out last year from over 100, probably under 15, but this one scared me quite a bit. There was something about the deranged, grimy look to the creations that really got under my skin. The way they start as being made out of stuff like raw meat and progress to increasingly disturbing stuff. I won't ruin it, but this movie goes off the rails by the end as expected and did not disappoint at all. It does start a bit slow with a particularly slow first half hour, but that didn't bother me as I'm used to a good slow burn. Visually, it was outstanding. I'm sure those of you who caught it in theater really enjoyed this one. Now for some spoilers, I'd recommend to go watch the movie on Shudder if you haven't. I was a bit surprised about the divided opinions upon release, but it appears to be getting more love. Now it's been out for a while. I was a bit surprised this movie was so divisive, like the fact that she never actually took the LSD was clearly explained, but some people were harping that acid doesn't work like that, and were calling it pretentious. For one, it's a bunch of artists, of course they are a tad bit pretentious, and the main character being mean to everyone, or ignoring them when they say how amazing it must have been growing up around her mom, makes a lot of sense, especially once you think about this next theory. But even if she was just an abusive parent, it explains, but doesn't excuse her being so rude to everyone but her boyfriend. I also read some interesting interpretations of the story, that the whole thing is an allegory for sexual assault, and her mom was either too busy with work or complicit in the whole thing. Also, her killing her boyfriend the same way she woke him up earlier in the movie because he was snoring was absolutely insane and such a uniquely awesome kill. I thought he was being supportive up until the nice guy facade dropped and he threatened to destroy everything and told her how he really feels. Anyway, I ended up having a whole lot more to say about this movie than I originally intended. One small warning for those of you who are sensitive to animal violence. There is a scene showing her working on an already dead animal in this film for a few moments. It's actually relatively tame considering everything else in this movie, but I have a friend that is very sensitive to animal violence and wanted to add that warning in case anyone else has similar issues. Overall, I'm quite impressed and will be thinking about this one for a while.